Welcome again to the Fast Track USA webinar. Today, we're going to bring you all of the opportunities that we have across the United States. And the idea is to encourage you to start your American journey with a hospitality internship or traineeship program in the United States. First, let's talk about what is Fast Track USA. Fast Track USA is your ideal partner for accessing exclusive internship and traineeship opportunities in premier hospitality destinations across the United States. And Fast Track USA has been created collaboratively by Hosco, ITN, and Odyssey. Now let's talk a bit about the J1 Intern and Trainee Program. So the J1 Exchange Visitor Program allows participants the opportunity to engage broadly with Americans. Also, you share their culture, you strengthen your English level, and also you learn new skills that allow you to be a better professional. This program is overseen by the United States and is guaranteed to work a minimum of 32 hours per week. One thing that is really good about these opportunities is that all of them are paid. Apart from that, they are rotational, which give you the chance to really learn about a department in depth, because you will be going across different roles that will definitely give you the chance to discover yourself even more about your preferences and also about how things are handled in the hospitality industry. Additionally, there are also some opportunities for management in training programs and other options that can definitely allow you to consider going into these adventures. One thing that is very important is the eligibility criteria. This is very crucial in order for you to be able to move forward in the process. And essentially, if you match any of these 4 categories, you're eligible for the program. So you are eligible for the J1 visa in case you're currently earning an associate's degree or a higher education from accredited university. Also, you're eligible if you've graduated within 12 months from a university with an associate's degree, or in another case, you're eligible being graduated for more than 12 months ago and also have more than 12 months of experience in the industry being, of course, hospitality. And we have an additional persona that is also eligible, and in this case is someone who has no degree, but already has gathered 5 years of experience in the industry. So if this is any of your case, you are eligible for the program. One thing that is also very interesting about these opportunities is that there's a variety of different ones. And the first one is that you have opportunities across departments, essentially 3. In this case, we have culinary arts, we have food and beverage, and we have rooms division. As we mentioned earlier, these are rotational opportunities, which means that you're able to learn across the different departments and to, again, get to know you better, understand which will be your preference in the end. One thing that is amazing is the opportunity to be in really different destinations. In this case, we have opportunities across California, Colorado, Florida, Utah, Texas, and many more. One thing that we encourage you is that even though you may not know the state before you come in front of an opportunity, be open to explore, because in the end, it can be definitely a way for you to level up your experience and also to discover different parts of the United States. One thing that we're really proud of are the host companies and school partners that we have. Some of our partners, these partners being the ones that will be giving you the opportunity to train in the United States, go from Fairmont, Marriott, Accor Hotels, Hilton, and so on. One thing that is really important is to mention that all of these partners are either 4 to 5 star hotels, which definitely are the trendsetters in the industry and that will add a lot of value in your resume. Also, we have school partners who share the same idea behind letting yourself discover different cultures, training under different formats. And these schools can be from Les Roches, Lyon, and so on. One thing that we do want to mention is that whenever you come across the placements that are available, you can find them through hosco.com. The way you spell Hosco is HOSCO.com. And for example, this is the way that you're able to see what's within our platform. You first have which hotel is hiring, which position is available, and which format. In this case, it can be an internship or a traineeship. Something that I did forget to mention is that in case you're having any questions regarding this presentation or your personal profile, you can drop us a message through the chat section. That way we're able to answer them once we head to the Q&A section. So going back to the placements, this is a glance, but there are many opportunities for you. And also, along with ITN, you can check which are the ones that are open by the time you are applying. One of the greatest things about these is that it's mainly benefits because you get to have the chance to be in a diverse ambiance and also learn a lot from different cultures. You have the chance to network with professionals. You develop your leadership skills. You get insights into the US hospitality industry, improve in the way your cross-cultural communication, along as upgrading your resume for future career opportunities. And one thing that we did mention earlier, but that is really important to highlight, is the fact that you're earning while you're learning. And this earning is very interesting because it gives you the chance to earn from 2,500 up to 4,000 US dollars monthly. And one thing that is also good about the way that the US handles salaries is that your stipend is paid on a bi-weekly basis. So this salary will be split in half and you will receive it every 2 weeks, which allows you to really have the chance to arrange your payments and to really have a smooth stay. And apart from that, you also have time to travel after you finish this training program before you return to your home country. And if you're already interested, we definitely encourage you to apply to get more information about how you can be the next J1 participant. Now, let's talk about the program fees. So regarding what you have to cover for this program, we have a registration fee of 175 US dollars that needs to be paid. Additionally, you have the service fee of 240 US dollars. And finally, we have the installment plan. This installment plan essentially divides the payment of your program. And the first payment that you will have to do for this is the program fee deposit of 2,395 US dollars. And after that, a bi-weekly payment after you arrive in the US for 120 US dollars. I want to also highlight again the fact that these programs are all paid and very well paid. If we make the math, we will definitely notice that even though there's a payment that we need to cover to move forward and go to the program, you are able to have a return of your investment, which is really good because on top of the return of your investment, you will be earning benefits. And I do want to give a quick timeline for you to understand how your process will go once you submit the form to apply for any of these J1 opportunities. So the first thing to do is actually to complete that application form in which we will be able to determine your eligibility. You first fill in your information, and then you're going to be asked several questions to understand if you match any of the 4 personas that we mentioned in the beginning. That way, you will instantly receive whether you're eligible or not in order to move on in the process. After that, you're invited to attend an orientation session that is hosted by ITN and Odyssey. In this orientation session, you get all the information you need in order for you to move forward. And also it gives you a clear visibility of where you're standing regarding the J1 process. After that, you will have the pre-screening interview. This pre-screening interview essentially wants to get to know you better in order for us to provide you the best that we can based on your expectations. And that way, we also get to know about the things you prefer, those that you would rather not have, and we provide you the best experience we can. Once that is covered, we're able to complete the registration package. This registration package includes our service agreements, and in here we add like the details of the program terms and conditions in order for you to know what is in stake whenever you move forward. Once that is signed, we're able to move on and pay the registration fee. The registration fee being the amount we mentioned earlier, $175 US, and this will be the enabler for you to start interviewing with host companies. These host companies are the ones that are going to provide you the chance to move to the United States once they offer you a job. And once that is covered, you are ready to go get your J1 visa, which will imply an interview with the US Embassy in order for you to move forward. Once that is done, you're able to book your plane tickets and move abroad. One thing that we do want to mention is that you're going to be all the time in contact with ITN and Odyssey, which will definitely ease up the process along the way. And I did mention something about this already, but yes, the program support is from the beginning and up until the end. An ITN representative will assist you throughout the whole process, and during every step, you will receive instructions and information on what's next and how to get prepared. We know that this can be the first time you're doing this, and we're more than happy to be there as a helping hand. Also, throughout the program, you may encounter some needs, and each of the applicants gets a monthly check-in with Odyssey International Exchange in order to double check that everything is fine. And in case you may need it in the future also, Odyssey is available for a 24/7 line in case of emergencies or to answer any questions you may have along the way. And one thing that is also really interesting is that you become part of a community of J1 participants who actually share your same vision in this case, and being part of Fast Track USA allows you to also be invited to events that are hosted in your state so that maybe you can join and also make new friends, meet new colleagues, or build really nice connections. On behalf of Fast Track, we want to get you inspired. And by that, we create insightful content that definitely guide you since the beginning up until the end of your journey. And for this, we encourage you to visit our website, which is fast-track.hosco.com/USA. And there you can find all of our articles that are definitely encouraging by the time you're trying to decide whether or not this is something for you. One thing that is really nice to see is how people are doing whenever they choose to make a J1 program. And as you can see, there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of adventure, and there's a lot of fun. So in the future, this can be you, and we would be more than happy to help you achieve that dream. Now, I would definitely like to give some highlight to ITN. ITN is our partner throughout all these initiatives and is the largest provider of J1 hospitality internships and traineeships in the United States. Along with Odyssey International Exchange, their sister company, they are a designated J1 visa sponsored by the US Department of State. And what do we want to show with this? We want to show you that this is something legit, that you are working with the people that have all the know-how. And let's dive a bit deeper on why you should choose Fast Track USA with ITN and Odyssey. Here, you can see that ITN is the preferred J1 agency and sponsor for major brands, which definitely are amazing in order for you to have as an opportunity to work for them. Also, it's a J1 visa sponsor company that is partnering with luxury hotels and resorts that are the ones providing these opportunities for you to go to the United States. You become a part of the network of thousands of J1 participants, allowing you to, in the way, have career growth, a bi-weekly salary, medical insurance, travel opportunities, and something clear since the beginning. You don't have any hidden fees apart from the ones we already mentioned, because it's good that you already know what you're already getting into. So far, ITN and Odyssey have granted over 5,000 visas, also have more than 20 years of experience. They partner with more than 200 partner companies, and they offer opportunities across more than 40 US destinations. Without any further introduction, we would love to present Charlotte Guyot, who is the Director of Operations for Europe at International Trainee Network and Odyssey International Exchange. Charlotte will be now covering some of your frequently asked questions, and in case we have the time, we will also answer some of the questions live that you popped in our question section.
Thank you very much. So yes, thank you for introducing me. And today I'm gonna be answering some of the most frequently questions asked about the program. So I mean, the program has been explained to you like pretty like fully, completely. So I guess you have a better idea of like what this experience is about. But we do have like some frequent questions. One of them is about accommodation. Is the accommodation provided? So accommodation is usually not provided by host company. I mean, simply it's because you're gonna get a full salary, so you're gonna be paid as in the Americans. So there is no need for you to have housing provided. It's gonna be easy to find your own housing, and also we do work with trusted partners locally. So we'll provide you partners contacts. But we also have hotels that provide housing. Housing is always provided with the cost, so you will still pay your rent. But you won't have to wonder about your housing, booking your housing, securing your housing. So there is like many different situation. Of course, when you apply to a position, you will know if housing is provided by the hotel or not. Will I have access to healthcare and banking during my time in the United States? Of course. So we will provide you medical insurance. It's a part of our program fee. So you don't have to worry about medical insurance. It's already covered by the program fee. And of course, you will be able to open an account with your visa. You just have to walk to any bank near your location and open your own account because you will get your salary on your US account. Are you going to assist me throughout the process? Of course, we're going to assist you and support you for the entire process from the day you apply for the program until you leave the country. How long does the application process take? So usually it's between 3 to 4 months. It can be sometimes up to 6. It really depends on you and how long you're going to take to secure your host company in the United States or simply to decide to join the program. What happens if I don't get selected by host company? So if you don't get selected by host company, you will be able to go for interviews with other host company. Our main objective is gonna be to find you a host company and secure you a placement in the US. So you will do as much interview as possible in order to get that specific match. Either financial assistance to cover the cost of the program. Of course, so we do have a payment plan option that was explained to you earlier. So there is a first deposit of $2,395, and then you will pay 120 every 2 weeks until the end of the program. What if I experience a family emergency? Must I return home for a period of time? Of course, you are allowed to leave the country, particularly if it's for an emergency. But our role as a sponsor, we have to understand where you're going and why you are going. So you will need to inform us, and we also need to approve your trip. I mean, usually we approved all the trip, so I mean, it won't be like a problem. What should new J1 applicants know about the current situation in the US? And why should I still feel confident about applying? So I'm pretty sure like all of you have heard like many news about the US situation. So I mean, what you have to know as a current applicant or someone who want to apply for the program. So the J1 is in touch by any changes. So the J1 remain the same program. There is no impact. Since the new administration arrived, we haven't seen any decrease of visa approval. I mean, the trend remained pretty the same in each countries. So we are really confident about the program. The only thing that is currently happening is the US Embassy are pausing appointments, which means that currently, if you are on the visa process and at the US Embassy appointment step, you currently are not able to book any appointment to get your visa approved, which is gonna happen just like for like few weeks. It's gonna be like a very like brief pause because they are updating the system, the US, I mean, the system to implement more social media vetting. But that shouldn't be affecting you because if we just follow the current process, I mean, you will be at this step in like 3-4 months from now if you apply today. So that won't like affect you directly. And something to really understand and make the difference, it's not because you're not able to book an appointment that J1 visa are not being issued. So every applicant that had an appointment before they pause, I mean, they definitively get their visa approved. So there is no link between pausing a US Embassy appointment with visa denied. So that is really something that I want you all to understand because, I mean, sometimes it's not always clear. I mean, we read the news quickly, but pausing appointment doesn't mean that visa are being rejected. And why should I still feel confident about applying? I mean, you should still be confident because the program remains the same. We are operating the same way. Everything is the same than last year or the years before. So that will be really unfortunate for you to not take this opportunity to have an American experience just because you read stuff like on the news. So I really encourage all of you to apply for this amazing experience.
Thank you so much for covering these questions, Charlotte. I think it's very important that all the participants understand this before moving forward. And yeah, thanks for being able to do so. So now we're going to go to a really interesting part of the webinar, which is the part in which we greet our guest, Gulsana Kalykova, who is a current training as a front desk manager at Hotel Indigo Omaha Downtown in Nebraska. And we can proudly call her our fast track ambassador and, of course, current J1 participant. I'm going to stop sharing screen now so that you can all see Gulsana. And Again, hello, Gulsana. We're here waiting for you to.
Sure. Hello, Perla. Thank you for inviting.
No, thank you for being here today. I'm going to be reading some of the questions that we have for you because
Mm-hmm.
that is very interesting that you have the chance to explain a bit further on how you got there and, of course, to
Yes,
encourage new participants to consider this program, okay?
of course.
Perfect. So, firstly, can you tell us a bit about your current training experience at Hotel Indigo in Nebraska?
Yeah, of course. So I landed to US in the February, end of the February. So it has been more than 3 months now as I start my traineeship. So I'm currently holding the position front desk manager in the hotel, which has a 90-room capacity. This was really amazing opportunity for me as a hospitality professional. I graduated from tourism and hospitality management and completed my master's degree in administrative science. Previously, I have been working in the different hotels, with different brands. So this opportunity gave me improve my personal and professional wise. So as a front desk manager, that basically I do work in the morning, which is 7 to 5 or 8 to 6. The time is very different since the manager position is quite high and they requires more responsibility than others. So basically the managers they start with their reports, getting ready for morning briefing with other departments, briefing the staff with necessary information for the day or for the week, upcoming events, what need to be done, what we are going to do. So this is the nice part. You are able to speak to others and express your opinion, lead them, guide them if it's necessary. And so around 9 a.m. we do have a department briefing. It holds like around half an hour. Then everybody starts their work. So my day will continue double checking the emails if I do have an email to respond it from the guests or from other partners or from my managers, depending who emailed me. So I do also handle online platforms of hotel, which is Expedia, Booking.com, TripAdvisor, like third-party booking channels. There is a several. They sometimes there is a request coming from the guests who booked food through the channels, requesting some certain requirement regarding their reservation, the room they booked, or some questions about the hotel, if do we accept the pets, or those like so many type of questions. And if I do have, I will reply them. So basically this is the main part of the training manager. And of course I do have my supervisor managers during the shift, which is a hotel general manager and the assistant hotel general manager. So they're always, one of them do always on the shift to guide me, help me to do my job or to improve myself. And also as I completing as I'm doing traineeship as a front desk manager during this last month, I can see that there is huge improvement on my how to say
Like developments and
yes
being handled?
yes, especially leadership, problem solving, which is a most important part while dealing with a guest. So far everything is going amazing, and I will do expect more since I do have more 8 months to complete. I'm pretty sure it will be very great journey for me. And after the completing the traineeship, I do expect to move forward uh, for higher positions or to maintain my present position in any other hotels. Yes.
Perfect. Well, definitely, Gulsana, your testimony gives us a lot of hope because, like, actually, you have already developed a lot of great skills for your personal and professional growth, which definitely add value to you as a professional and to actually any career you want to pursue in the future. So we're really happy that you're having a good time and that you're also learning. And yeah, like we know that also one of the things that may have happened in the beginning is that the first impression you may have gotten could have been a bit different than the reality. And we have a question for you about that, which was, what were your first impressions when you arrived in the US? And how has the cultural exchange aspect of the J1 program impacted you so far?
So my first impression, let me say something after the long journey, doing several interviews, passing the J1 visa, receiving the J1 visa, then finally booked my ticket. After 43 hours flight, I said, finally I'm here.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God, 43 hours. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty long. I was so exhausted on the way. So when I reached the hotel, they already booked for me a room to accommodate me for the first 2 weeks. So I said, finally, I'm here, and I did it. So that was the first thing I did. So far, um, America is a huge. I knew that I used to see on the map only how big is America, but I realized when I came here, it's really, really big, and each state is like almost different country. And there's I have been to many countries previously, so and I didn't accept much because I know how it can be disappointed if you expect something and it will not meet your expectation. So for everyone, I would say that do not expect, but get excited to explore, to learn, to get new things. So I'm currently in the middle of United States, which is Nebraska state, and in Omaha, place is very quiet, small. There is not much people. I'm liking it because it keeps you calm. Like the day goes smooth. There's not much people. Only on the weekend, everybody goes out. On that time, you can see people, and so far the impression is great. And I'm gonna to explore different states as well. And the just one thing, there might be the language challenge since different states has a different slang. If you do have even the perfect English, you may do not understand them. So that was a challenging part for me since I had guests from different states. I was struggling to understand them for the first months up to second month. Now it's getting better. I'm able to understand them as well. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Yeah, I know that it can be a little challenging also to like make the shift sometimes because we're kind of used to like a specific accent, and if that changes, it can be a little,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But well, like you actually have covered one of the other questions we had. So I'm gonna go now to one that is, what advice would you give to someone considering the J1 program but feeling unsure or nervous about taking the leap?
Of course, it's not easy to decide to move to make this step because there is a lot certain steps to pass. There is a pre-screen, so you have to be eligible first of all to move forward with this program. And it's not the only one. Then you will be having an interview with host company, and you may fail from the first interview. You may fail the second one as well. So it may not be easy, and it keeps like questions in your mind. What if wasting my time. Maybe it's not. And of course, the agency is not guaranteed a visa, even though you're eligible or you get the offer. So I know it's not easy to decide, but if you really want to do your journey, or if you are already planning to come to US and to see what everybody else did, and if you want to be one of them, so do not give up. Try until you will do it. So there is no excuse for you if you are dreaming and you give up easily. From my own experience, it was not easy. As I said, it took for me almost 7 to up to 8 months to pass all this process, finally to get my visa as well. But I did not give up. There was a lot of pressure, stress, of course, the money for the money to participate in this program, not the small amount. It's also quite big for the people who comes from non-developed countries, but it works for it. So if you want to make your dream come true, risk it, take your chance, and do not lose the opportunity. Yeah.
I do have to say that you do give away great advice while you give your testimony, because yeah, like in the end it's about taking the leap and keep it up, because you will encounter blockers in the way.
Mm-hmm. Of
They
course.
definitely help you to strengthen up, to know that if it's something that you want, you have to fight a bit for it, but that it's possible to make it. And yeah, like you're a testimony of that. If you keep it up, you're gonna get there. Even
Of
though
course.
slowly, you get there. So that's the great thing about it.
Yeah, just one thing. Before I got my front desk traineeship offer from the host company, I failed 5 interviews. So it's
Yeah.
not it might not be easy. You will not get it from the first try. So keep it try. On the way, the ITN, Hosco, Odyssey, they will always updating you with new opportunities. Try until you get it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, and definitely you got it. And I know that even though those first 5 were not the ones, you landed into the correct one. So we're happy to
Yes.
see you in Nebraska. And talking about a little Nebraska, we want to know if there has been any memorable experience in the US so far. You can go from something at work or actually from your free time, because we know that, some of the audience may not heard about Nebraska before, or would like to get to know a bit about even your experiences across different states.
Yeah, of course. Me too. I didn't know there is a state of Nebraska in United States until I did an interview with a host company. So from that moment, I start to Google it to search how is it. So it's a small. It's in the middle of United States, as I said, and I'm in the Omaha downtown, which is small city, and there is not much thing happening there, but there's always concerts, some performance, there's different activities during the week. I try to attend as much as I can. I But there is a summer farmers something going on right now, but I'm gonna try that one soon. And also, I'm the fan of big cities, actually, like busy life. So recently I visited Chicago. Yes, it was a great trip. I was there for two days. I explored Chicago as much as I can. It was a very amazing moment for me. I felt like I'm in America. It's
Yeah,
true.
you got there. You made it.
Yeah, I'm not dreaming. So it was and I'm planning to visit other states as well. So I'm gonna make this journey as much as I can, like very memorable for me when I go back to home or when I to join to another country. So to brag that I was there and I did these things. Um. So for everyone who wants to do this journey, please do it. You deserve it, and you are the decent candidate for that. And I'm pretty sure that this chance is for you.
Well, oh, that's so inspiring. Honestly, it really makes anyone try to get out of the comfort zone
Of
and
course,
get out there because, well, one of the benefits that we listed, I think that you are validating all of them already because you've had the chance to become a better professional already with all the experience that you've had already there. Also, you have the chance to get to know different states also, and that cross cultural communication that you're also having to deal with every day definitely give you the best skills for you to keep becoming that professional that we know that you're going to be, which is an amazing one with a lot of great opportunities in the foreseeable future. And yeah, like we're very happy to have had you in this webinar because we know that you definitely encourage a lot of people to keep this process going. And yeah, like we're really happy to have had you and thank you for your time today.
of course.
Gulsana.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can have you another time as well so you can keep on giving your experience when you're a little bit more forward. So yeah, thanks again. And
Of course.
also, I do want to thank again Charlotte for joining us today. And of course, we want to thank all of you for being here in this webinar. We know that you may be encountering a lot of questions in your head, whether if this is the right thing for you. But what we definitely encourage you is to move on and to understand what the program has to offer, which is the process that you have to go through, and to definitely give this a try. So thank you so much for being here in this webinar, and we encourage you to join the program, and we will see you very soon. Bye bye. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye, Perla.